Welcome to the Skeena Beat. It is the 31st of May, 2013, and we are coming at you live on bvocal.com. And we've got a great show for you today with This Day in History, Weird Fact of the Day, emails, and tweets. And if you are joining us live on bvocal, there will be a chance to have your questions answered as well. And to all those who listen to our podcast, please remember to write in. We love hearing from you. Send us an email, send us a tweet. You can email us at theskeenabeat@gmail.com or send us a tweet on Twitter at theskeenabeat. We want your questions, we want your comments, so please send them to us. Now it's time for This Day in History. On this day in 1910, the Union of South Africa was founded. On this day in 1961, South Africa became an independent republic. On this day in 1974, Israel and Syria signed an agreement on the Golan Heights. On this day in 1979, Zimbabwe proclaimed its independence. On this day in 1902, the Boer War ended, with a treaty between the Boers of South Africa and Great Britain. On this day in 1930, actor Clint Eastwood was born. And finally, on this day in 1969, the Rolling Stones recorded Honky Tonk Women. And that's it for This Day in History. Now it's time for Weird Fact of the Day. Did you know that the Arctic tern will travel an average of 2.4 million kilometers or 1.5 million miles in its lifetime? The Arctic tern has the longest migration distance of any other animal on the planet. It will fly from its Arctic breeding ground to the Antarctic and back again each year. Using tracing devices, researchers have shown that Arctic terns that breed in Greenland travel approximately 71,000 kilometers per year. And Arctic terns live on average about 20 years. And that is our weird fact of the day. Now it's time for emails and tweets. Okay, and we have an email from Olga in Prague, which is in the Czech Republic. And she writes, I recently found out that my boyfriend cheated on me a month ago with a friend of mine who was also in a relationship at the time. What should I do? Well, Olga, my advice is dump him and move on. It's the same advice I always give to people who are cheated on. So, dump this guy, Go out, find someone who is not a cheater, who will actually care for you. So good luck, Olga. And we have another email from Trevor in Seattle. And Trevor writes, "Hey Skeena, my dad doesn't want to embrace technology. He listens to music on 8 tracks. He won't even use the MP3 player I got him for his birthday. How can I get him interested in technology?" Okay, Trevor. The plain truth of it is sometimes you can't. It's just that simple. But there are a few things you should try first. Try pointing out to your dad the several things that he has now that he didn't have back in the 70s. Some things, plasma TV, LCD TV maybe, VCR, DVD player, Blu-ray, things that he didn't have back in the day when his 8 tracks were popular, that he uses on a regular basis today. So try pointing these out to him, that he has come this far, he might as well go all the way and embrace even the newer stuff. So good luck to you, Trevor, with that project. It's never easy, so good luck. And we have a tweet from Allison in Rutland. And Allison writes, "I am really confused about what is going on in my head. I can't seem to talk to anyone about it. What can I do?" Well, Allison, you don't give me much detail here, so I would suggest, from what you have told me, that it's not everybody's favorite solution, and a lot of people think it's taboo or that you're crazy if you do it, but you're not. My advice is to seek help from a psychologist, a psychiatrist, a therapist who will be able to help you with your problem. Remember, I'm not a therapist or a psychologist or a psychiatrist. I'm just a person who gives advice, a person who is a sounding board, as it were. I just answer questions and give advice. So my advice to you is to seek out a professional who can help you, who deals with these kind of problems, who can help you. So good luck to you, Allison. And we have a tweet from India. I apologize in advance. I am going to get this name wrong. I know it. It is from Tajdar in Navi Mumbai, India. And the question is, when were the first cave paintings done? Okay. The second oldest cave painting is, that would be in France, and it's been dated to around 30,000 BCE. That would be Upper Paleolithic. And the oldest known would be from the cave of El Castello in Spain, and it would be over 40,000 years old, so you would say over 38,000, over 40,000, so around 40,000 BC, maybe older. This particular one in Spain, though, there's some debate whether or not Homo sapiens did it or Neanderthals did it, because the date on it is sold. So I hope that answers your question. And that is it for emails and tweets today. I'd like to thank everybody who did write in. We always love to hear from our audience. And a reminder that emails and tweets will be posted on our blog, skeenabeat.blogspot.com. So, to our audience, to all those listening to our podcast, please send in your questions, your comments. You can send them in by email to theskeenabeat@gmail.com, or you can send us a tweet on Twitter @theskeenabeat. And a reminder that if you would like to join us live and ask a question, the date and time of our next broadcast is posted on our blog, theskeenabeat.blogspot.com. And once again, questions or comments can be sent to us, theskeenabeat@gmail.com, or on Twitter @theskeenabeat. Well, that's it for the Skeena Beat today. Before I go, I just want to say a big thank you to all those who visited our blog today from the Philippines, China, Ecuador, South Korea, Thailand, Mexico, India, Colombia, Chile, Canada, the United States, and Cambodia. This is your host, Skeena, saying go out and do something nice for someone today. Until next time, goodbye.